Hi, guys. Give it 1 second. I'm gonna wait for Stacy to hop on. Oops. Make sure I'm in the right page. If you guys hop on, say hello. Let me know that I'm in the right group. There she is.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on.
Awesome. I don't really know how many viewers will actually have live just because of the time, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's always
What's happening?
the whole point of these.
Ugh.
Now you have kids when there's stickers in your planner. Fine. Everything's fine.
I don't know why this always happens. My volume is not working.
Hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you. What in the world? I have to put my phone on silent, turn it off to silent.
Sideways, because mine does that sometimes.
No, it's the weird thing. I have to take my case off every time too.
That's okay.
It's so strange.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know it's lunchtime, but they can catch the replay or the recording.
Yes. I'm just trying to find one thing. Okay. She'll be okay. I can't guarantee there's not going to be noise. It's just the way of life around here.
All good. I just laid mine down. They have to take a nap. Have to do it. I don't care how bad I fight it. They're taking a nap.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes. Okay.
Come here.
Oh, my hair.
We'll just, when we post this recording, we'll take off the first however many minutes we ramble.
I don't know how to edit. Do you?
I think so. It's in like the studio part.
Oh.
When you upload it.
Savvy guru.
Thank you, baby.
There it is. No knowledge of technology.
No, me either. I just click buttons and figure it out.
That's right.
This seems right.
Well, we haven't been on in a hot minute. So welcome back, guys. We have just been super busy doing all the things. I know my son had spring break last week. I know Stacy was busy with her kids. It's just been a crazy.
It happened.
Yeah. Time has just got away from us. So we are jumping back in this week, and we really want to hyper focus on our goals this month and where we want to be at in our business, because we are over halfway through the month. We are less than 2 weeks away from month end, which is nuts. And so, yeah, we have a lot of things happening this month. A lot of things have gone away, like our the Wolf Box.
Yeah.
And then several of the items that had been launched in our clearance tab have also sold out. There are still a lot of things that we can get, but now we're just kind of thinking outside of the box and finding ways to get creative and bring in some PRV this month to meet our goals. So I don't know, do you have something specific you wanted to talk about today, Stacy? Because I feel like all PRV stuff is always helpful.
I know. I will share what I'm doing this week because I know we talked about that in our Zoom this month of sometimes we can get overwhelmed in looking at like the bigger picture of like the month, but sometimes it's much easier to break things down in smaller segments such as a week segment. So what I'm doing this week for PRV is I am focusing on Scentsy Club. So I sent out a project broadcast about Scentsy Club. I'm doing a personal special with Scentsy Club to not only align myself for this incentive, but also I have bars on hand. And I'm doing a VIP special for anyone who's not a clubber. If they were to activate a club, they would get 3 free bars. And I do that in a personal message or a project broadcast, an email. You cannot post that publicly because that is a personal special. So you do have to follow compliance guidelines. But you know, that's something in the summer and spring months, you really have to get creative in personal connection, customer appreciation, and just really thinking outside the box. So that is something that I'm doing with Scentsy Club because I could go in a whole tangent and talk all day about Scentsy Club and how it can grow your business longevity wise, but also like just what really can happen if you focus center on it for like 6-month period. I know that because that's exactly what I did, and I really just I'm like baffled that I didn't do it sooner. So I'm doing that with Scentsy Club, and I can share the flyer that I did, and you guys are more than welcome to use it and edit like to your information and do the exact same thing. I am not someone that's like, you know, what's mine is mine. I am all about community and sharing is caring. And I know first and foremost that when I was newer, still learning, I didn't go to marketing school. Like this, you know, some things come very basic for people. Some people can create a document and be effortless, and that's great. But I'm not. And I will definitely take an example and put my itch on it. But you are more than welcome to take what I will share for you guys in that template. So that's what I did for that. And I already have 2 people that are wanting to do it, which is exciting because I'm always looking for growing my club because I'm pretty like I have 33 clubbers right now, and a lot of that is my VIPs. So I'm like, I need to like bridge that gap and find more because I want it to grow. So anyway, so I did that for club parties. I have 2 parties that are going on right now. And one is very active on Facebook, which is really exciting. I'm doing a few things differently, and I will share that. They're both, the 2 parties that I have are both grab bag parties. So they each, the hostesses each have a grab bag, which I have one that I'm almost done putting together to get the 3rd one out, and I can share that with you, or I can do a separate video and post it on your page, Lauren, so that way it's not too much in one video. So the bag parties, they each have a bag party. They each have a shop and scroll. And one of them has a Facebook party as well. The other one does a lot more Instagram. She's younger. So we're doing more of a text party with her shop and scroll that way. And I say that to remind you to always navigate what party style fits for the hostess, because not everybody will be good at doing a certain type of bag party. If someone's never used the product, I'm not going to give them a bag of Scentsy. I'm going to try to do a home party for them or a Facebook Live for them. If I give them a bag of Scentsy and expect them to be successful, yeah, it might happen, but I'm not going to count all my chickens in that basket and expect it to come back with $500 in orders. Like, those are the parties that you give to people that are seasoned consumers, seasoned customers. They know the product. They're like consultants that you wish would join is basically who gets the bag parties. So they each are doing that. In my online side of the party, the one that has the online, I'm doing basically a template. I will share the group that I'm using. It is the same person, Lauren, Danielle Sutton. she has an entire mock group of a Facebook party, and it's great. And it's linked through boards. So it's even better. So she has an entire Facebook page, but if you don't know boards, you should. Boards is just amazing for like just being busy, a busy lifestyle. Everything's at the keyboard of your fingertips through your phone, and you're not like going through an album trying to find that picture that you wish you remembered what day you took it. Been there, done it, hate it. So boards, that's why I love it so much, because it's a copy paste form, but it's a copy paste form where it's not robotic. Like, it's very duplicatable, but also customizable. So I'm using her entire template. And one thing that I see that is making a difference is there is this and that photos. People love to give an opinion. People love to chime in. People love to see what other people like and what they have and they want it too. That's just human nature. Like, so I'm seeing a difference with that. My mission is to get this other bag party out by the end of the week, because I want it to go into probably early May or close it out at the very end of April. One thing that me and Lauren have talked about, I believe, briefly, is we need to try to get parties out the last week of every month, so we have parties to close beginning of May. Because I don't know about you guys, but there's something so just like freeing about having PRV accounted for. That goes with Cincy Club, that goes with front loading, not going into a month and just being fully stressed. It's a business mindset. It's a habit. And I'm all about creating habits because there's power in that. And that's what I'm doing for PRV, as well as I haven't done the clearance post yet. I'm actually going to be doing that today. I try to space my things out a little bit so I'm not giving my people too much at one time. Like if the bricks launch in a certain time of the month, I focus on bricks, and then I'll transition into setting a goal to do so many mystery bags, and then I'll set a follow-up goal. So then that way I'm not like just overdoing it in their eyes. I think that's, your own opinion. But I am doing that clearance post today. And my goal is to have the orders go in by Friday. But once I see it reach a certain limit, I will close it, because like Lauren said, things are selling out. So in those cases, you don't want to hold on to orders, because a lot of Scentsy consultants are doing that clearance post. And yeah. So you want to do it. One tip I have on that is do it on your personal page, and then you can share it to a group. Okay, so I will do it on my personal page, and I will share it in my VIP group to remind them to go to my personal page. And because the more comments, you guys, it boosts the algorithm. So if I share it to my VIP group, I'm going to let them know, like, hey, I did this post. They're going to go to my personal page. They're going to comment there, instead of just keeping it very confined in my VIP group. I'm not doing any help in my business that way. So the more comments I have, the better. And then I will share it in prior parties that I had over the last 2 months, because those people remember me. They've done a party with me over the last few months. So I will go and I'll share it on those parties as well. Because at the end of the day, people love to save money, especially now more than ever. If they can find some way to save money, they're going to do it. And we're in April, and people have their windows open. They don't want to smell pumpkin. They don't want to smell spruce. They don't want the cinnamon. They want the fruity, the fresh, the clean. That's where it is. But you have to be the one sharing. You have to be the one marketing, because you can't assume that they know that you still do Scentsy if you took a month off. If you've just like ghosted and you haven't marketed in your stories, personal, VIP group, whatever, if you're not being open, they're not going to think you are at the end of the day. That is just proof in the pudding. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, challenge yourself. As far as PRV goes, I think that's what I have when it comes to PRV. I mean, the LTOs is always a sprinkle, if it happens, it happens. I definitely communicate it, share it, but my customers, not a lot of them are Disney lovers. They're just not. I have very slim, like less than 5, to be honest.
Me too.
Yeah, it is. But I know that I haven't built my business on LTOs,
Right.
and that is nice to know at the end of the day, because you know you're never going to run dry.
Right.
So
everything that Stacy said, like, we have talked, I feel like, until we're blue in the face about how important it is to utilize the catalog that we have, because the LTOs, like the bricks, the Disney stuff, these drops, number one, are while supplies last. They're going to sell out, and they're not necessarily for everybody. Like, not everybody wants something that's a DC or Marvel theme, you know, like, or Disney. Some people don't want bricks. They don't need or want that much wax, or maybe you didn't, you know, have the means of purchasing those bricks to make the samples. That's okay, but your customers may not have the sense to smell it, you know, and that's fine. But there are things in this catalog, there's something for everyone, and the biggest and best way to get it into people's hands is through parties, because you're reaching people that you do not have a connection with, that you have not ever maybe met or networked with. These are opportunities that are just right in front of us. We just have to ask. And you'll notice, like, if you have a month where you didn't do any parties and you might have been you were the only host of your party, versus a month where you actually had 1 or 2 hosts out there, you're noticing the differences between the 2 months, because you are able to reach a broader, you know, number of people. And then those people become your future customers, your good customers. They can be future hosts, they can be future teenies, you know, as long as you're continuing to build those relationships with them. I know that there's a lot of things circulating that I know that Stacy and I have shared together on our team pages about, like, we've got Mother's Day coming up. So not only just the Mother's Day collection that Scentsy has, but you can make your own bundles if you want. You can do the teacher appreciation little bundles. Nurses Appreciation Week, I believe, is the same week as Teacher Appreciation Week. So that's something to think about as well. Along with, like, the fresh and fruity and clean smells that Stacy was talking about. Clean bundles, they're going to look a little bit different than the classic clean bundles that we had in the fall winter catalog. They are still affordable. They are still very highly sought after. People are wanting these, and having the all-purpose cleaner in this little bundle now is huge, because you can make so many bottles of that cleaning spray because it's so concentrated. So
sample too.
Yes. Another thing that I saw that's been really helpful for some consultants are the manicure bundles. So not just marketing these things for Mother's Day per se. You can use that for anything. Going to the Dollar Tree and finding, like, something like a little manicure set or a nail file or whatever, like a thing of nail polish. Do affordable. Don't go in the hole. Don't spend too much money, because, like we said, these things are extra. These are just fun and exciting things that you can do for your customers. And I think that they just kind of give your customers, like, a sense of, like, appreciation. Like, of course, you're packaging your orders and writing thank you cards and doing all the things to go above and beyond and to show your appreciation to your customers. But when you do little bundles and stuff, if you're able to, it makes your customers happy and excited, because they're different, and maybe other people aren't doing these. Maybe there's another consultant in the area, and they're not offering these things. We don't have to do these things to be a consultant. These are just extra if you want to do something like that. So I think they're super cute. There are templates on the 2 Canva pages. I know that Stacy and I have shared those. We can share them again, but use those resources. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to create a flyer if you don't feel like you're tech savvy. Like, you know, there are things out there to help us work our businesses, you know, smarter, not harder. Don't put too much effort into creating a flyer. You shouldn't be spending 30 minutes or an hour creating a flyer. Like, don't, that's not income producing for you, and it's exhausting. So
Yeah.
um,
Aren't the other thing that really works, I think, are those customized bundles. Have you seen those? Like the sunshine bundle, there's like a coconut bundle,
yes.
like being together. It's like those rainbow bags. Like those went really well for
Mhm.
me. But like sometimes people love a certain type of scent and they just want all of those together. So do that. And maybe do it like one bundle a day, like pick a bundle a day, like bundle of the day.
Right.
To make it special, so they feel special, so they feel appreciated, they want to feel valued.
They do. And seeing real life pictures too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're able to share, don't feel like you have to ask permission to take a photo. Like if it's there, use it.
Yeah, I agree, as long as it doesn't have somebody's
Make
like thing.
kids or something, family in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Or if it's a template you can edit with Canva. Yeah,
Mm.
my book, I feel.
And if you're struggling to parties, go back to like what Stacy suggested, offering a personal special. Like it doesn't have to be anything huge. You don't have to offer a bar of wax or half off of an extra half off, or I don't know, half off of a well, I guess you would be doing a half off of a mini warmer, but it could be a scent circle. It doesn't have to be something huge. Like use what's in your means and what you can afford, because your customer is going to appreciate you regardless. They're going to know that you mean more to them than just a number and just a sale. Like
One thing
they should.
that's like doing a customer appreciation giveaway is like doing a giveaway in your VIP group, but by them inviting people
Yes.
in. So do something like what was it? Like my business page, which I don't even use my business page anymore. So there's that. But it was like invite 10 friends, comment on this.
You do.
Yeah. And tag them.
And
Like, yeah, it was something like that. It's kind of like what bloggers do, right? Like doing giveaways, like comment, like, share type of thing. And that worked really well.
because that like brings new people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I meet people all the time that just don't have someone and that don't use Scentsy. And, you know, it's not like this business is ever saturated. It's far from it. It's really just meeting new people and getting back to networking.
Yes.
We can't
And
grow from behind a screen all the
right.
time.
Yep. And you know, you've got to have a system in place as far as like how you're working. So if you're trying to have these conversations about booking parties, you need to be keeping track of it, doing the follow-ups, pulling your recent history, because that's how you're going to retain your business. If you're not doing those things, you may be seeing a dip in your business and you may not be seeing the PRV goals that you're hoping for. We cannot just sit and post and pray. Like,
Right.
how many times have we thought, I still do it. It's a habit where you share something and you think, gosh, this is such a good deal. When you post it, you post a flyer and then you just let it sit and you leave it and you walk away and you pull Facebook back up and you're like, gosh, I did that 8 hours ago and I don't have any likes on it. Well, how many conversations have you had about that product with however many people?
Yeah.
You know, how many people have you talked about? How many emails have you sent? How many one-on-one conversations? How many people have you talked to out at the grocery store or whatever? It's about getting uncomfortable and having the conversations, because we are in a relationship building business. And that's hard, but
yeah, Facebook, social media, it is free.
mm-hmm.
It's free. If you want to see growth, it's getting like in the messages, it's getting in the private messages, the one-on-ones, the personal connections, setting up, you know, connecting with local businesses, like that type of stuff. It is uncomfortable, but when you insert yourself and get uncomfortable, like that's when you're gonna grow.
Yeah.
And we can tell you all these things till we're blue in the face at the end of the day.
We can't make anybody want this. We can't make anybody work.
Yeah.
And if you think for a minute that Stacy and I are, you know, just so successful and this doesn't come easy for us, like, no, We are literally
We're
in the trenches.
grinding. We're trying to get our PRV. Like,
Yep.
everything we're sharing, we're doing too.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
sometimes we fail too. Like, I fail every day. I have people that don't respond. I have people that ghost me. And, you know, I just keep moving.
That's all we can do. We just keep pushing through because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about how many people have quit just because they stopped getting sales, you know,
Yeah.
like it's just not an option. Like for me, I see how much and how long I've been here and what's worked and what hasn't. And you have to constantly be learning and growing and evolving, changing the things that you do, because from one season to the next or 1 month to the next, it's not always going to be easy. You know, it's not always, you're going to have highs and lows here. But that's not to say the grass is greener on the other side somewhere else, because this is just how a personal business is ran. I mean, as an entrepreneur, this is how it is.
Yeah. And what's that expression where they say, like, you know, success isn't for free. This isn't like a contract. This is a lease. Like, rent is due every day.
Right.
Is that it? Let me say it.
Yeah. It's like, just because you see somebody else posting about whatever about their business on social media, and then maybe you see a few people comment on that, don't ever get discouraged and think, well, people just aren't seeing my post, or maybe you know, nobody wants to buy Scentsy, because that is not the case.
Yeah. Like, I'm sitting here right now doing this, but also scheduling my post for my party today. Like, you just have to find ways to be successful that is income producing. Where tonight I'm bulk sampling. I'm getting caught up on some samples that I have. Thursday I have an order that has new washer whiffs coming in, Scentsy Fresh and Counter Clean. I'm bulking that up. But today I'm doing more wax to get out with the party packs that I'm putting together. So it's just like being aware of your business, like having your ducks in a row, but truly focusing on what's going to put money in your pocket, right? Like having the conversations, booking the parties, making the samples, but not giving them out to anyone. Like, focus on the people that want the samples.
And following up with them when you have, is because, I mean, how many times have we passed out a scent of the month flyer with a sample or scratch and sniff or whatever? Like, how do you know what your customers are using and what they're enjoying or what they like and they don't like? Because if you're using your scent of the month kit and just using it to get samples, but you don't have any sales from the scent of the month, like, who you're giving those samples to, look back at how you're utilizing that kit. Because yes, while it is tax write-off for you in a business write-off, that's still money that you're having to spend, and it needs to be revenue. It needs to be bringing it back for you. You need to be making money. That's ultimately why we have these, you know, resources to make samples. Like, just if you break up your follow-ups, for that can be conversations to having a party or booking, not booking, recruiting, those recruiting conversations, like split them up, do 10 a day or 5 a day, whatever your goal is, but write it, put it in front of you. If you want to sponsor one person this month, how many conversations do you think that that's going to take? If it's 5 a day, do it. Write it down. Cross it off. Each person, cross it off. Don't be afraid to reach out to your best customers about the joint opportunity, because this promotion this month is the best that they have. That $25 join kit is nothing compared to this. The $3 shooting star kit for free, like, that is huge. Huge.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, and people can be kidnappers if they want, like, fine, but you're still offering the joint opportunity to somebody, because it can change their circumstances and change their life, and you don't know how it can impact them, but you'll never ask. But yes, it is what we have, less than 2 weeks away from reaching our goals and hitting that dream. They
Oh,
have to hold on. I'll post it. I'm gonna share
those labels that I posted last week. Yeah. Every it tells you reach out to 5 people. Like you get down into smaller tasks, create duplicate action habits. You know, don't overthink it so much.
Yes. They are labels that Katie Lassiter and Chastity Robinson, y'all. Those girls are amazing. Use these systems. They print these labels off, they put them in their planner, and it's got, you know, however many tasks you want to do a day, 5 to 6 or whatever. And they mark them off after they finish each one. Like, it keeps it condensed. It keeps you organized and intentional with what you're doing in your business. So you're not scatterbrained all over the place. You're not doing a million things at once and then you feel overwhelmed and say, gosh, I don't have time for my business. I don't have time for this. Like, you do. We just have to get you to a place where you can stay organized and be intentional with your time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyways,
yeah, so basically if you're going to get something from this video, we recommend doing the labels because it's customizable. Like, you click the link, you can edit it, you can make it yours. Everybody has the same 24 hours, but everybody works this business different. I work it on a fly. You know, I'm in a season of life where I am on the fly and I have to adapt. So by having my things organized, ducks in a row, samples made, flyers printed to put in orders when they come in, that keeps me on track. So the labels really helps with that. When I was in a season of life of doing those labels, it was my right and true. Like, I did that every day in my planner. You print it on 2x4 labels. You can get those shipping labels on Amazon, Avery, whatever. And definitely, like, the parties. I will share the Scentsy Club template if you would like to do that this month with your, here, Lauren, I'll send it to you right now if you're going to post. We can post any links on this video. Maybe do that.
I just did the labels. I just copied that link, the Canva link to the labels in the comments of this video. And we can share. I have too, when we had last year's club incentive, there was a photo template for that.
Yeah.
I'll go back last year and share it too.
I love that about Canva. You can what?
Well, I hope that this helps y'all. I feel like even just hearing from us and me hearing from Stacy and just being able to kind of relight your fire, just kind of get that pump over, because you can feel down and out and like you're struggling and you don't know where to start, right? Like, maybe you're overwhelmed with your follow-up system, or you're really trying hard to get somebody to party with you. There are ways to make it happen.
Yeah. I don't have a follow-up system right now. What I'm doing is not a system, and I'll be very upfront and honest about that. So I'm still trying to figure that out too. I'm sure Lauren feels the same.
I feel like a lot of people have struggled since they got rid of the AMI app, Amy, or whatever it is, because
you're not alone.
You just
is what we're
app, and it just would tell you what to do. And I'm a very big pen and paper person. Like, but for me, I get kind of like, what am I trying to say? I will start it and I'll do it for like a week because I like the order system. Like, I like to go to my orders tab, print it off, and go through. I love that. But Carmen is asking about Project Broadcast. We'll talk about that because I want you to share, because you are like that. But yeah, I'm trying to do my stuff.
Training for sure. And we may link that in with our idea coming in May.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have exciting in the. So
yeah,
look out for that. If you are ready to grow, if you are ready to take your business to a new level, and you are ready to really, evolve here and take off in your business. Me and Stacy are working on something. So super excited about it.
Yes.
Yes. Carmen, we can send you something brief about Project Broadcast because I know there are trainings out there that are very, like, not overwhelming, like just like a not
like the potatoes of it. Of if you want to like get started, there is also an entire Scentsy group page on Project Broadcast, which I always, my biggest tip if you're ever added to a group or going into a group is go to the featured tab and see if there's an announcement and see if there's like a explanation of what to do. And sometimes I just scroll in groups to see like what catches my eye of these groups, training groups, whatever. But yeah, I can definitely share a training that I remember I watched when I first started using Project Broadcast. And I'm not a professional at it. I still learn because I'm definitely, I do my onboarding with Project Broadcast. So new teamies that join our team in our group, I do onboarding through there. I do customer appreciation on there, like just sending text messages to them. Scentiversary messages. If you're in my team, you get a text message from me from that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a happy Tuesday. I always have to think between Tuesday and Wednesday. I get so confused.
I know.
I have a lot going on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. We're going to save this recording and upload it to Stacy's page so everyone can watch the replay in our group. So, all right, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.